Right, hello, I'm Dr. Alison Griffiths. I'm a senior lecturer in electronic engineering, and I'm recording today a session on how to use Blackboard Collaborate for distance for examinations, mainly distance learning. So we have a provision of students that could be around the country, around the world, and to ensure that they sit their examinations at the same time, and I can be the invigilator. Today we've got a test student who's my colleague Debbie, who she can just introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Debbie Roberts. I'm run the automotive and motorsport courses, so I'm just here today as a guest or a student account so that I can demonstrate this side of it.
Okay, so I've gone into Breakout Rooms. So I've put Debbie in as a test student in room 1. Debbie, can you hear me? So she can't hear me. We'd have multiple rooms, one for each student once the examination begins. I'm now going to move myself into her room because she's put her hand up. If you can see here, she's put her hand up.
So you can see here.
Yes, I'm moving now to your room.
So Alison has just come into my room, and I can see her now on the video link.
And you're in the middle of your examination?
I'm taking part in my examination, so I could hold that up possibly to the camera to show Alison, or I can share my screen. So I've got another web page open and I'll share the entire screen, which I will do in a second. So I'm going to share that and switch to my other web page so that you can see that she can see my screen there.
Okay, so we're now communicating and the people in the other rooms can't hear, but I can see that I've got different rooms and nobody else is asking for my attention, whereas if someone else was asking for my attention, then I could move to their room. Thank you. So if we just do a few more things within the room, which okay, so after the 2 hours she'd finish her exam, and I've told the students to download an application on their phone called Scannable, that they can take photographs of their exam papers and then submit them via a link that I've already provided in Turnitin as a PDF. So I might want to ask all the students some questions. So we can use polling, and I can choose a number of choices. So I can give students 3 choices, for example, and ask them to answer what is your favourite colour, red, green or yellow. So I've got no responses now, and now I've got 1 response, so I can lock the poll and all the students, I guess you can see this, Debbie?
Yeah.
That now we've got 1 response. Obviously if we had more students then we would have a clearer view. Okay, so if we remove that, then we can share a whiteboard application. So if I want to explain something, I can explain something and you can hear me, and I can then write some notes and explain things. I can also write some text. Test. And then we can change the colour and okay, we can share screens, which Debbie has already shown. That's here, sharing the screen. We can share files, and this is how I created the polling and the breakout groups. So we can put Debbie back into the main room here, and me back into the main room, and I can move into any other room and then update. So now we're returning to the main room. So you're back in the main room.
Back in the main room, yeah.
And we have tested it. Debbie is logged in as a guest now, but as a moderator, if there's two moderators, we can hear everything that's going on. But as a test student, then she can only hear me whilst I'm in the room. Okay. Thank you, Debbie, for your participation.
That's okay.